Okay, welcome to episode 5 of my NationStates series on Jive, Erin. Excuse my voice, I've got a cold. So we've had a little bit of population growth since the last video. We've got a population now of 143 million. Income tax rate hasn't changed at 6.6, and I think we've had a little uptick in the GDP as well, which is now $7.51 trillion a year. So we're on our way to 8 trillion, hopefully. We've got 4 issues to get through in this one, so we'll try to be quick. And again, the goal is to choose a solution to these issues that fits a libertarian or anarcho-capitalist worldview. First issue, walking down the corridors of power at your usual brisk pace, you're caught a little off guard when one of your accompanying clerks suddenly crumples to the ground mid-stride, her left lower leg detaching from the rest of her. To your relief, the dismembered member of staff has in fact lost a prosthetic limb rather than an organic one. As you help her up, she explains that her prosthetic is a cheap import of low quality. She'd love a better one, but high-quality models are far and few between. Many people just can't move forward in your nation because of limb loss, says your assistant, ambling carefully. My colleagues and I believe that we, the government, should use our resources and staff to research new designs and help these people live their lives to the fullest. So, no, government shouldn't fund scientific research because who knows what they would fund. It might not be actually useful to anybody. It might not have a demand. The best way to determine what kind of scientific research should be funded is by people who can make a profit-loss calculation based on the results of that funding. So companies who might research how to improve their products, which in turn would improve the life of the consumer. So no, we're not going to fund science. I respectfully disagree with this idea, states Beverly Levi, CEO of Light Tech Inc., while handling a plastic foot. The government should have no involvement in prosthetic research. You'd be kicking the legs out from under private manufacturers by denying them a market. Our investors would rather you arm them against this possibility with tax breaks and subsidies. With a little investment, Jive Erin could be a world leader in strapped-on, flesh-coloured plastic appendages. It's better than option 1, but still not quite there. I don't like subsidies. Number 3, there's another way to reach out to the limbless, says Gelly Schultz, a volunteer from the charitable Open Hands Society. 3D printed limbs can be produced for anyone by anyone. If one wears out or becomes outdated, it can be tossed and a new one printed. Along with that, citizens can work together to design limbs that work for them. Why not send some money to the non-profit foundations that are developing these things? You'll be helping not only here in Jive, Erin, but also the disabled of third world nations that the charities serve. So that one doesn't really tick any kind of libertarian boxes either. So we're still going with number 1. You can't incorporate the artificial into the natural without diminishing your connection to the living world of spirits, pipes up Emma Bennon, priestess of the earth divinities, whose presence in your entourage is even more unexpected than that of the last 2 speakers. If you are missing a limb, then accept that the mother loves you for who you are and that fate chose that destiny for you. Leader, if you ban prostheses, you'll teach self-reliance and self-love. Meditation and thankful prayer will lift broken souls, even if broken bodies must stay earthbound. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to visit my podiatrist. So no, we're not going to ban prosthetics. So that's number 1. Flush with cash, our shopping guide inside. So what have I Public health care has gone up. Niceness is up. Government grew. Taxation was up. Tourism was up. Oh, it's not really what we wanted, but I guess that was the best option that we had. I have to keep going. A legal battle is raging between Jive, Erin Department of Life, the Universe and Environment and K. Rumble Property Development Group. While surveying for a luxury condominium complex, a rare drop bear subspecies, the two-spotted glow-in-the-dark drop bear, was found traipsing around the proposed build site, potentially holding up construction. I'm all for protecting truly endangered animals, grumbles Rosalie Wiseau, the head of the housing firm, but you can't walk 10 feet in Jive, Erin, without tripping over a drop bear. So what if these particular ones have a different spot on their underbellies or whatever? I'm trying to build houses for people, your people, and I keep running into red tape because of these damn hippies. We need to loosen these protection laws so I can get on with my job. That's going to be pretty hard to beat for our particular country, our goals. But the three-striped, or was it four-toed drop bear, is truly unique, squeals Agnieszka Drake, a noted environmentalist while nursing a baby drop bear. This subspecies is rare enough without these greedy opportunists destroying the only habitat they have left. These poor darlings need our protection. If an endangered species, subspecies, or genetically diverse population has been spotted, no form of molestation or habitat destruction should be allowed. So, no, that one doesn't fit. Even, I'm definitely sympathetic to kind of environmentalist thinking in a lot of ways, but it's not really, a based position. It's just my feelings. All right, number 3. With all due respect, you're huffing and puffing over a truly simple matter. Chastens Diego Levi, an amateur carpenter, while patting your shoulder gently. We don't need to drive these creatures nor land development to extinction. If we require developers create new habitat to replace whatever endangered populations they destroy, then everybody wins, don't they? I'm sure the two-spotted glow-in-the-dark drop bear will adapt just fine to their new man-made habitats. So that's kind of a middle of the road, but number 1 is definitely the libertarian position. We've got workforce participation up, being good for the economy. Mining is up. Charmlessness jumped. So we got a little bit of a tax break for our population as well. Did taxation go down in this area? Yep, taxation went down. It almost balanced the previous jump in taxation from the other issue. Third issue for this video. A series of unfortunate accidents involving the nation's aging fleet of jet fighters have revealed glaring technical deficiencies in these venerable machines. Alright, we've got 5 options. Have I got an offer for you, says Ferris Capulet, CEO of Blackacres Bounce Industries, while visibly salivating. We'll equip you with top-of-the-line fighters, the very latest in stealth technology, superior handling and range with semi-autonomous flight computers. These machines practically fly themselves for the right price, of course. No, we don't want to spend money on defence. We want to shrink our defence budget as much as we can. Number 2, our company can offer you a cheap solution, states Lara Hill, the commissar of the J.K. Suki Company of East Lebertuck, offering you a broken pen. Our plans might not be cutting edge, but then technology is no replacement for skill. Just sign here and my company will begin delivery at once. Oh, that's better. It's cheaper. It's going to be cheaper than option 1. So option 2 so far. We must build our own planes, screams Air Force Marshal Rafael Pelosi. The FK-2 drop bear is a symbol of Jive Iranian superiority and cannot be replaced by any foreign import. Yes, the fighters have to be modernised, but only with contracts given to local industries. Nope. Still number 2. Do I have the solution for you, announces Zainab Fortitude, an art student and aspiring actor. Why go to all the effort of buying and maintaining a fleet of aircraft that is unlikely to be used anyway? Just pretend to have one. Give me some plywood and a few buckets of paint, and I will make you a fleet no one would dare to provoke, as long as they don't look too closely. As stupid as that one is, I think I've got to pick that over number 2 because it would be less government spending. So let's go with 4 so far. Why bother at all, asks Cruella Davis, your Minister for Austerity, tightening her already constricted belt. Our military spending is already bloated beyond belief, and it will be the poor taxpayer who has to foot the bill for these planes. We'd be better off without them. Well, number 5 sounds good. She sounds a bit like, who was that British Prime Minister? I forget her name. Let's go with that one. Got some more freedom from taxation. The Hayek index is up. How good is that? Government size has shrunk and taxation has shrunk. Beautiful. All right, number 4. After the governor of the Central Bank of Jive, Erin, stonewalled the parliamentary committee during a 2-hour hearing, refusing to answer any questions about the current state of their balance sheet, an unusual coalition of left and right-wing political activists have come together to demand a fresh approach at the CBJE. All right, central banking. 3 options. The undemocratic farce of central banking only serves the interests of a few wealthy corporations, insists socialist protester Brinley Butt, wearing a Give Peace a Chance tie-dyed t-shirt. It's time Jive Erin had a monetary policy that works for everyone, not just the privileged 1%. Democratise the bank, make the governor subject to a recall if enough citizens petition for it, and have the interest rates set by representatives we can actually vote for, not some anonymous and unaccountable economists. So it's not unusual for a libertarian to be half in agreement and half in opposition with a socialist. But that's not, no, I don't like that one. I liked her first sentence. I thought we might have had an ally there, but no. Option 2, I agree, chimes in conservative blogger Guillermo Hernandez. There we go, so we sometimes agree. Wearing a Give War a Chance barbecue sauce stained trucker hat. The CBJE is just another way for the political class to keep good, violet, fearing folks like myself down. But the Liberals just want more bureaucracy as usual. Tear the whole thing down. We don't need to vote to tell some fancy pants with a PhD, whatever that stands for, how much the dollars in our pocket are worth. We can just go back to the gold standard. Guillermo Hernandez. Speak my language. Number 3. Is this really the state of public debate in this country? Bemoans centrist commentator Murren Parker, wearing a Give multilateral diplomacy without ruling out the possibility of surgical military action a chance type in. The independence of central banking is a key component of any modern economy. Compromising that will only lead to our monetary policy becoming subject to either populism or corruption, and make us the laughingstock of capitalist paradise. You must stand firm and defend the bank's independence. I don't know a lot about how central banks work. I've tried, but when we get to bonds and selling bonds to pay for government debt, I don't know. I think because it's such a broken system, I expect it to make sense, and it just doesn't. So I've got to go number 2 there. Leader sports gold-plated grills to promote the government's hard money policy. The Jive-Erinian economy fell from very strong to strong. Oh, that's no good. All right. Mining's up. Income equality's up. authoritarianism is up. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. Taxation is down, but so is freedom from taxation. Economy has dropped, so has government size. Economic freedom went down. The Rand index. I guess some of these, I didn't expect some of those results. Corruption is down, that's good. All right, that is it for this video.